Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. We're going to do a really quick Machinist tool pick. This is a tool pick from this past September 23rd, and this was actually something that came up on Marketplace, and this gentleman had this pile of tools in a picture, and he was asking 75 bucks for it. And where he was located was far enough away, almost close to an hour away from me, so I wasn't even thinking it was worth going out there. But then I noticed that the stuff had been up for about a week, and he hadn't sold it apparently. And as it turned out, I ended up having to take a trip out to deliver a Vidmar cabinet. I had bought 4 more Vidmar cabinets for my shop, and one of the ones that I bought was 5 feet wide by 5 feet tall. I'd never seen one like that. The drawers were full width on this thing, and so you can imagine the storage capacity of that thing is fantastic. But for my shop and having to get it down my bulkhead stairs into my basement, it's going to be kind of difficult. So I opted to actually flip that one for quick sale. So I never even took that off of my truck here at the house. I literally came home with all 4 cabinets on the truck and then drove out to an acquaintance's shop, dropped that off for him, and then while I was out there in his neck of the woods, which is about 40 minutes away, I was only about like another 20 minutes from where this guy worked and was willing to meet me. So I ended up zipping out there, meeting him, taking a look at what he had here, and telling him it was worth 50 to me, and he didn't even hesitate and took my offer of 50 bucks because I guess he just hadn't had much traction on it. So what caught my eye in this whole lot that I liked was this little pouch right here. This is a Starrett S423 set, and what's in here is one of these little miniature rule sets. So what you've got is you've got this little holder with a slot in the end, and these neat little tiny rules. And the way these work is you can take them and you can put them in the holder here. What you got to do is you got to push it out, and there's a slot, and that lets you put it in the slot and then lightly clamp down on it. And now you can take this and you can get into a tight little spot or close by, and then use a inspection mirror, even if it's kind of a hard area to get into. But that's kind of a neat little set. I honestly don't recall what these go for. I just thought it was really cool. I don't think I have one of these. I think I had one in Brown and Sharp that I ended up selling. I might try and keep this one for myself. Cheapest one that went on eBay sold for $21 and had $4 shipping, so that's 25 bucks, and it's not as clean as this one. On average, they're pulling about 30 bucks for this set. And a couple people that had the outside box for it were able to pull even more, 60, 60, 66, 67 bucks plus shipping. Wow. Well, anyway, so that's the deal on that. And he had this Enco roughness gauge. It's the model 615-6580. Okay, I have one of these in a different brand. I forgot what it is. But this is like really like thin. It's flexible. It's weird. This can't be expensive. Then an executive pocket chum. I just sold one of these for 7 bucks. You can get a little bit more for them on eBay, and it depends on what they say on them. This one is just a plain executive pocket chum. It doesn't say anything on it. A lot of these right here would have a company name, and they were given away kind of like as premiums. So this is a pretty clean one. Then we have 2 satin chrome finished or stainless wire gauges. So this is interesting. This says it's made in the USA. US standard gauge for sheet and plate, iron and steel. But then when you flip it over, there's no name on it. So I don't know who makes that. And the other one says American Standard Wire Gauge for non-ferrous metals, made in the USA. Also unmarked on the other side. So I don't know who even makes these. It's too bad. If these were Starrett, they'd be more marketable. Then he had a center gauge here. It's a Craftsman. Very clean. So, and then he had this nice little hook rule with this drill point gauge on it. So this is actually pretty nice. I should have no problem selling this. Then he had this hole gauge set. And I asked him before I went out if he could tell me who made the hole gauges. And he says, they're not marked. He said, you know, probably imports. So we both agreed that they were probably imports and, you know, valued them accordingly. But then I was looking at them more closely and see, like, this one's completely unmarked, right? So this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are all part of this set. And this one. But see these two? You know, remember that song? One of these things is not like the other? Well, that's because this is Starrett 579. And so is this one. So this is a B and a C in Starrett. So these are nice little hole gauges. So if somebody's missing one of these from their set, I think these trade for around like 10 bucks a piece. And then we still have the aforementioned cheapo set here to sell. So there we go. It's a complete import set, and somehow it just ended up being this weird situation where these two Starretts were stuffed in there with it. So I mean, if I can get 20 bucks for this set, I'm certainly not going to get rich on this deal. Maybe 5 for that fishtail. Try and get 5 a piece for these. 5 for this. 40. I don't know what the hell that's worth. I might be able to make $10 profit and get to keep this for myself if I'm lucky. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was nice and quick, down and dirty. And if you like this, hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Take care.